The sun shone over Ile Notre Dame as thousands of fans packed the grandstands for the Canadian Grand Prix. Montreal was buzzing, the stakes higher than ever in the 2025 Formula One season. McLaren had dominated so far, with Oscar Piastri leading the championship and Lando Norris close behind, but Red Bull and Max Verstappen with 2 wins were determined to fight back. The Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, famous for its high-speed drama, promised another legendary showdown. George Russell stunned everyone by putting his Mercedes on pole, with Verstappen alongside. Piastri started third, ready to attack, while rookie Kimi Antonelli lined up fourth for Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton, now in Ferrari red, started fifth. Norris, after a qualifying error, was seventh. This wasn't just another race, it was a pivotal moment in the championship. For McLaren, it was about extending their lead. For Red Bull and Mercedes, a chance to strike back. The drivers were focused, the engines primed, and the world was watching. Every team knew the stakes. 70 laps on one of F1's most demanding circuits. The 2025 Canadian Grand Prix was about to begin. The 5 red lights went out, and George Russell launched perfectly from pole. Verstappen immediately pressured him, forcing Russell to defend hard into turn 1. Behind, Piastri held third, but rookie Antonelli eyed a move, while Hamilton's Ferrari loomed. Lando Norris, starting 7th, made a bold move around Alonso at turn 3, signaling his intent. The midfield was chaos, every inch of tarmac fiercely contested. Stroll, back from injury, and Alonso, now defending from Leclerc, fought for every position. Remarkably, it was a clean start for such a tricky circuit. Russell led from Verstappen, Piastri, Antonelli, Hamilton, and the charging Norris. The opening sprint was over, but the real race had just begun. The stage was set for a relentless battle. Russell and Verstappen quickly broke away, locked in a tense duel at the front. Russell tried to escape Verstappen's DRS, but Max stayed glued to his rear wing. Both drivers managed tire temperatures, balancing aggression with caution. Norris, on a charge, overtook Antonelli for 4th with a clinical move at the hairpin. The 2 McLarens then worked together, closing in on the leaders. Hamilton, stuck behind Antonelli, lost touch with the podium fight. Leclerc struggled for grip, unable to challenge Alonso ahead. The opening stint was a mix of raw pace and strategic patience. Russell controlled the race, but Verstappen was relentless. The McLarens loomed as a threat, and the tension built with every lap. The first pit stops would soon decide who blinked first. McLaren made the first move. Norris pitted on lap 18 for hard tires, aiming for the undercut. Mercedes responded immediately, bringing Russell in a lap later to cover Norris. Russell rejoined ahead of Norris, but now trailed Piastri and Verstappen, who stayed out. Red Bull gambled on the overcut, keeping Verstappen out to push hard on worn tires. Verstappen delivered a blistering in-lap and pitted on lap 22. The Red Bull crew executed a flawless stop. As Russell charged down the straight, Verstappen emerged just ahead. The overcut had worked. Verstappen was now the net leader, the strategy battle swinging in Red Bull's favor. The pit lane chess match had reshuffled the order at the front. Piastri, yet to pit, was now the wild card in the mix. The race had entered a new phase, with strategy as crucial as speed. Every second counted, and the tension was palpable. The fight for victory was wide open. While the leaders battled, the midfield delivered its own drama. Alonso, ever the tactician, managed his tires and held strong for Aston Martin. Alex Albon starred for Williams, defending brilliantly against Leclerc's struggling Ferrari. Leclerc's frustrations grew as he failed to pass Albon and slipped back. Aston Martin's slick pit work vaulted Alonso ahead of Leclerc, cementing 6th. Every point mattered, and the midfield fight was fierce. On lap 35, a virtual safety car changed everything. Ocon spun, triggering a flurry of strategy calls. Mercedes seized the moment, pitting Russell for soft tires and putting him third with a pace advantage. Red Bull kept Verstappen out, sticking to their one-stop plan. The VSC reshuffled the deck. Verstappen led, Piastri was second, and Russell, now on fresh rubber, was third. The race was back on, the strategies diverging. Russell had the speed, Verstappen the track position. Piastri was caught in the middle, defending from a faster car. The final laps promised a dramatic showdown. The championship battle was about to ignite. With fresh soft tires, Russell hunted down Piastri and swept past for second. Now only Verstappen stood between him and victory. Lap after lap, Russell closed the gap, the crowd sensing a grandstand finish. On lap 50, Russell was within DRS, launching a bold attack at the hairpin. Verstappen, a defensive master, held the inside line and forced Russell wide. The two went wheel to wheel, but Verstappen kept his nose ahead. Russell's best chance had come and gone. Verstappen's defense was flawless. The tension was electric, every corner a potential flashpoint. Russell kept pushing, but Verstappen's composure never wavered. The battle at the front was a showcase of skill and nerve. The crowd was on its feet, witnessing a classic duel. Verstappen had survived the onslaught, but the fight wasn't over yet. The final laps would decide it all. Behind the leaders, the McLaren teammates fought for the final podium spot. Norris on fresher tires closed in on Piastri as the laps ticked down. With 3 laps to go, Norris used DRS to sweep past Piastri into third. It was a clean, hard-fought move, respectful but decisive. McLaren secured a double podium, a huge result for their championship hopes. Piastri, though disappointed, brought home valuable points in fourth. The intra-team battle highlighted McLaren's strength and depth. The team's future looked brighter than ever. Verstappen delivered a defensive masterclass, holding off Russell to win the Canadian Grand Prix. His victory was built on strategy, skill, and nerves of steel. Russell finished a close second, proving Mercedes was back in the fight. Norris completed the podium after his late pass on Piastri. Alonso's 6th and Albon's 7th were standout drives in the midfield. Leclerc's struggles continued, finishing 8th. Verstappen's win tightened the championship, putting him firmly back in contention. McLaren still led the constructors, but the title fight was wide open. 3 drivers, Piastri, Norris, and Verstappen, were now locked in a thrilling battle. The 2025 season was set for an epic showdown.